is before the Senate this afternoon. The Speaker of the Senate will make a ruling on that after the National Assembly has issued its response. The matter before the Senate is the impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, which was conducted in the National Assembly and forwarded to the Senate for trial. And just a quick reminder, the National Assembly is represented in this case by Honorable James Orengo, who is the lead counsel, Paul Nyamodi, Gumbo Eric, Kipkogei Moses, Mudhomi Thiankolu, Peter Wanyama, Meli Kennedy, Joan Jeruto, Murioki Eric Mwirigi, Mwereru Boniface, Ondago Kevin, Alex Mbaya, Kennedy Chalo, and John Mwangi Kangu. The National Assembly shall call the following witnesses: Honorable Ekomas Mwengi Mutuse, Mr. Andrew Mulwa, Ms. Mercy Wanjau, Honorable Johnson Sakaja, and Mr. Peterson Njomo Mushira. The invitation to His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, to appear and be represented before the Senate during its investigations was served on the advocates for the Governor on Wednesday, 9th of October 2024. The invitation required the Deputy President, if he chose to appear before the Senate, to file with the Office of the Clerk of the Senate by 5 p.m. on Monday, 14th of October 2024, a soft copy and 80 hard copies of his answer to the particulars of the allegations, setting out the Deputy President's response to the particulars of the allegations, the manner of appearance before the Senate, whether in person, by advocate, or in person and by advocate, the names and addresses of the persons to be called as witnesses, if any, and witness statements containing a summary of the evidence to be presented by such witnesses before the Senate, and any other evidence to be relied on. The invitation to appear and the affidavit of service are attached to the documents that the senators have been given. On Monday, 14th of October 2024, the Office of the Clerk of the Senate received a response to the invitation to appear by way of a letter dated 14th of October 2024 from M.S. Swanya and Company Advocates on behalf of the Deputy President, informing the Clerk of the Senate that the Deputy President will appear before the Senate in person and by advocate. The team of advocates representing the Deputy President are as follows: Mr. Paul Mwite, Senior Counsel; Mr. Elisha Ongoya; Tom Masharia; Swanya Victor Ogeto; Ndegwa Njiru; John Jomo; Faith Waigwa; Amos Kisilu; George Wandati; George Sakimpa; Andrew Muge; Eric Naibei; Julia Omwamba; and Willis Echesa. The Deputy President shall be the only witness. The Deputy President, via the same letter, also forwarded the following documents: Volume 1, Response to the particulars of the allegations in the motion by His Excellency Honorable Rigathi Gachagua; Volume 2, Witness Affidavits of His Excellency Honorable Rigathi Gachagua; Volume 3, which contains the index and bundle of documentary exhibits; and Volume 4, Further Witness Affidavit of His Excellency Honorable Rigathi Gachagua. The Deputy President also forwarded video and electronic evidence. By a letter dated 14th of October 2024, MS Swanya and company advocates addressed to the Clerk of the National Assembly and copied to the Speaker and the Clerk of the Senate. The advocates informed the Clerk of the National Assembly that in the message dated 8th of October 2024 and the accompanying documents forwarded to the Senate by the Speaker of the National Assembly and served on the advocates, an affidavit sworn by Mwai Madhenge and Njoroge Regeru was missing and was crucial to the evidence of the Deputy President. There have been exchange of documents pursuant to Rule 8 of Part 1 of the second schedule to the Senate Standing Orders. On Monday, 14th of October 2024, the Clerk of the Senate furnished the National Assembly with the documentation filed by the Deputy President on that day. Similarly, the Clerk of the Senate furnished the Deputy President with the documentation filed by the National Assembly on that day. And there were further documentation that was received by a letter dated 15th of October 2024 addressed to the Clerk of the Senate and received on 15th of October 2024. MSG and A advocates indicated that in the course of reviewing the bundle of documents, they noticed that a few of the pages between 135 to 140 in volume 4 of the bundles were either illegible or were inadvertently omitted in the course of photocopying. They have therefore reproduced and forwarded a copy of volume 4 to the National Assembly bundles with the missing pages included. The hearing program of the impeachment trial of the Deputy President began with a pre-hearing meeting for senators, which was conducted in a closed session. There were also preliminaries, which included the recital of the mandate of the Senate, rules of procedure, and hearing program. There was also introduction of members of the National Assembly representing the National Assembly and their counsel, and also there was the introduction of His Excellency the Deputy President and the counsel representing the Deputy President. The charges were read, and the Deputy President pleaded not guilty to the 11 charges that were leveled against him and forwarded to the Senate for consideration by the National Assembly. And so this afternoon, the Speaker of the Senate will rule on whether to allow the objection that was raised by the Deputy President through his counsel that opposed the inclusion of Siaya County Governor James Agriorengo to represent the National Assembly. And so the defense the defense wants the senior counsel to recuse himself from the proceedings. This afternoon, the Speaker will give a ruling after the National Assembly has given its response. If you're just joining us, in a few moments the Senate will resume its sittings, where it is hearing the impeachment case against Deputy President Gachagua.